I'm Justin with Grizzly Precision Arms.
I'm Preston.
And so this is our follow-up video from the MDT Frostbite 2023, which just got done last weekend. It hasn't even been a full week yet. We're finally getting a chance to kind of put this together for you guys. And we just wanted to kind of go over the match, how it was for us, what it was like, so you guys have an idea and you can check it out online yourself. So starting off, first thing Saturday morning, it was cold.
It was.
It was 20 degrees.
Ground was frozen, luckily, at that point in time.
Yeah, the mud was still concrete.
Yeah.
That didn't come to life until probably about 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and then it started getting sloppy. That's right. But it was cold. But everybody, I got there at like 6:45. Mm-hmm. Match was set to start at like 8:15, and it was packed already. Like there was people everywhere. I think by the time you got there, you barely lucked out with a place to park at the main spot there. But
yeah, pretty much everybody was excited and ready to go. For sure.
Yeah, everyone was ready to go. I mean, it was 7 o'clock, just breaking daylight, or a little after 7 when we got to the fire line, and people were already testing their zeros at the fire line.
That's right. As soon as daybreak.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The sun was coming up, and you could just see splashes of when the bolts hit the dirt in the background. But so we got up to the fire line, kind of got ourselves situated. What a beautiful layout that was, because so 20 stages. We shot 12 stages the first day, 8 stages the second day. Right. And all 20 stages were lined up along the just one big long fire line in this field. And of course, Adam and Fred and those guys, they had everything all set up. Everything was ready to go. They had hot tents set up with heaters in them. Black Rifle Coffee Company had sponsored this match as well, and so there was hot coffee,
hot cocoa throughout,
which was awesome. The AK Espresso was great. It was 20 degrees and the wind started coming up. It did not stay hot long, so you could drink it pretty fast. But anyway, so we got started. We did our safety brief and got started shooting that match. And for us, we started on stage 4.
That's right.
Squad 17. We started on stage 4, and it was just kind of your simple. It was a stairway or a platform, and you just had to shoot from 2 different spots. And then from there, we just kind of went down the line. I'm going to try to put in some footage and some pictures of the different stages throughout this video here. You'll kind of see them pop in and out. But it was a pretty unique array of different obstacles and stuff to shoot off of.
That's right. And for another thing that was pretty unique to this match, because of the situation that it was placed in, out in just an open field, there was hardly any way to spot your impacts or anything like that. So you had no judgment of elevation of if you missed a target. You had no idea whether or not you were high or low, a tenth or 2 or what. You could kind of tell how far you were off in windage, but it was pretty tough. So that made that reaped havoc even with the pros.
Yeah. I mean, because this was initially done on the Bomber Run property, but they had to move that for this year. So this is on a whole new property. They didn't have the berm set up and everything yet like they normally would. But and so like Preston was saying, you've got plates and everything all spread out across this field, and so you shoot, and if you miss past it, it's a lot harder to kind of judge with your depth perception of where you actually missed or where it impacted versus where it should have impacted and whatnot. And yes, talking about so there was 200 people shooting this match. There was 20 squads, 10 people per squad. There was 200 people shooting this match, and a wide array of people. You had the top pros there, like Andy Slade, Francis Cologne from MDT. You had so many other people there, and a whole lot of amateurs and people. It was kind of their first time out and whatnot. And we actually had a couple new people in our squad.
That's right.
And it was awesome. At the end of Sunday, we're all sitting at the banquet, and you kind of, when the scores finally got uploaded, you're kind of looking, and the top guys. Andy Slade won this match. you know, they still scored like 150 some odd points out of the 190 that we could have gotten.
That's right. Yeah.
And I mean these guys generally get more than that. You know, they
For sure.
they get 95 or 90% of these points. You know, so
For
everybody
sure.
was shooting in the wind. And Sunday the winds were a lot more crazy.
Gusts up to 20 miles per hour and
Yeah.
probably an average of 12 to 15 on Sunday.
Just constantly blowing all day Sunday. It started off warm. You know, I woke up, it was 40 degrees outside still, and I was like, yeah, we got her made now.
No.
It did not. We had the opposite. It was slightly warmer, and it was absolutely a lot muddier, and it was a lot windier. So,
right.
But, you know, so they had some of the stages, they had the Connex spot that they had Connex box that they had the windows cut out in.
Yep.
That was an awesome stage to shoot out of.
We also shot from the top of the Connex box.
Yeah, they had another one set up with a big platform where we shot out to it was 1,000 and change, 1,050,
1,098 was
1,098. So that was pretty awesome. It wasn't a whole lot of. That was kind of the only prone stage,
right.
other than that one slight incline decline stage that they had.
Yeah, and then there was from Wisconsin with Love, where where you're shooting on animal targets all the way up to a little over 1,000. And you were basically on a jungle gym,
Yeah.
modified prone.
Yeah.
And you had to change two positions and move up to another platform.
Yeah.
And continue shooting.
You know, Adam was saying that the match director, Adam Lonenberger, and if I butchered your last name, Adam, I apologize. I like that stage.
It was fun.
I mean, you can tell a tall guy built it though.
Yeah.
Because you or I set up on it. You know, we shot the lower platform. And then you move up, so you know, myself, I kind of leaned back and set the rifle up, and then just stood up. You know, so I stood up straight, and I was perfect. And then some of the shorter guys get up there, and they're on their tippy toes, and they're trying to. So a tall guy definitely built that thing. But I liked it because you had these really nice platforms you can do modifying prone from, and you know, like Preston said, out to 1,000 and animal targets and. That was a cool stage.
It was.
That was a cool stage.
1,000 yards and 15 mile an hour winds is a little tough.
Yep, for sure. You know, had a couple. You know, there's pictures of it on our Instagram and Facebook, and kind of the main prop that you saw from a lot of this was the MDT barricade.
Yes.
You know, that thing was made out of solid steel. You had 10 different shooting positions you had to shoot from on that. You know, one shot from each position, and that's a really nice.
It was a good one because you were open to. You just had to shoot one shot from each position. You had to shoot from 10 different positions, and there could have been 25 different positions in that barricade. So it was interesting to see all the different positions that people decided to shoot from. Yeah, like the RO said, you could have just done all 10 shots just from the MDT logo, just about like the way it's all cut out. Yeah.
So that was certainly a cool one. So we actually sponsored a stage for this match. We put a couple of labor certificates on the prize table along with some hats and some stickers and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so our stage was stage 20. It was called Road Hunting. We had no idea which stage we were getting. I thought it was a pretty entertaining one. I was telling Preston, I kind of hope we get a stage that people don't like, just because that way they'll remember it. But,
and we literally got that.
So it was a van. You start outside the van, completely unloaded. You have 3 shooting positions from inside the van. The very front passenger window, the second window behind the passenger seat, and then a third window from there. And so you start rifle in hand, mag out, ready to go, and you walk your way on time. You start on the clock from outside this van. You make your way into the van, and you have to set up in the window, then insert your mag, and then, you know, get ready to go and shoot from there. And there was 3 targets out from there. It was a bobcat, fox. Was it bobcat? Fox, and a raccoon, right?
Yeah.
And we shot that on the second day, and by that point, all these targets were just black.
They might as well have been camouflage.
Yeah, against the tree line, it was pretty hard. I managed to get 2 or 3 impacts on that stage. Yeah. There were some guys that didn't get anything off just because they couldn't find the targets, but that was a really fun, unique stage. A lot of really good, unique stages
for sure
on this match. But
They did a very good job of keeping it fresh, even though the terrain was pretty well the same throughout. Yes. They did a very good job of keeping every stage different from the last.
Exactly. Sure. Yeah, it was definitely well done for sure. You know, you just you're kind of in that constant wind all day, and you just go from one stage to the next. Luckily, you know, I mean, if we had to walk real far, it would have been a lot harder to get all these stages done in 2 days.
Oh, because sure.
there was no downtime between a stage. You shot one stage, you immediately moved to the next one, and you shot that next stage.
Right. The flow, it actually flowed very well.
It did. There was very few bottlenecks, and if they were, it was just a couple minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
It wasn't bad at all. You know, lunch was graciously brought to us on the line. Mm-hmm. The girls, they had running around in the side-by-sides bringing it out to us was awesome, because you could just kind of grab your bag and just kind of keep doing what you're doing. You didn't have to stop or anything like that. So that was wonderful.
Absolutely. Snacks on the second day.
Snacks on the second day. The
at the banquet.
Yep. The banquet was pretty awesome. We had nachos. Nachos and
tacos.
Tacos, yep. Yeah. And that was delicious. That was really good, especially being outside all day.
Finally come in and get all the wind, and anything was good at that point.
I will have to say, whoever had to clean the floor when we all left from that place, props to them, because, you know, I'm sure everybody tried to stomp the mud off their boots from shooting from 2 days, but the floor had quite a fair bit of dried mud on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, you know, speaking of the banquet, so we had the banquet, you know, awards were handed out and everything. Everybody got called.
That's right.
At one point, everybody out of 200 people, everybody got called to have a chance to walk up and see if there was something they wanted from the prize table, which was awesome.
Absolutely.
You know, I did not play super awesome myself. I was pretty low on the score. If you want to go look it up, you can. But I got a chance to walk up there, and actually I got a new shooting bag from the table. But you know, it was a great for everybody. You know, the pro guys were there doing their thing, getting their points. You had you know, amateurs there. We had Leo military. You had some ladies shooting there.
Everybody. Really.
You know, it was a well-rounded, well put together match, I thought, for sure. Very few snafus. There was no big issues. All the ROs did a great job. You know, one thing about this match is they with the 50-50 raffle and whatnot for the ROs, they were able to put these guys up in rooms, give them some gas money and obviously food, and so it was good to see the ROs got a fair shake out of this one. And they actually changed them up on the second day. They didn't have to do the same stage for 2 days. They actually moved them around, which was awesome. So, you know, props to the ROs for that match, because they did a really good job. And there was actually, for a lot of the stages, there was 2 ROs per stage, unless it was just one of the real kind of straightforward stages. They only had 1, but it was a great, just a great match. Got to see a lot of people we haven't seen in a long time.
That's right.
And we haven't shot a match like that in a long time.
Yeah, exactly. A couple of years.
It's been a couple of years. We've done some smaller, kind of small club level stuff, but to go to this one was great. I'm actually really excited to do some more. Hopefully later on this year, the Hoosier Hellfire match, which is shot at the same property, and another 2-day match. That's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. And we're actually talking about continuing out the rest of the season of the Indiana PRC regional level series that they have going on, and just getting back into it.
Absolutely. And this is a really good way to get back into it with the conditions the way they were, the wind, how hard it was blowing, and there's really no way to judge wind further on down range other than mirage. I mean, you had Francis Cologne shooting the PRS skill stage in 28 seconds, standing in the wind, and you can see him buffeting the wind.
Yeah.
He still does it in 28 seconds.
You know, so speaking of Francis, so his group page, he has miles to matches. If you check that out on Instagram, Facebook, whichever platform you want to use. But anyways, on Instagram for sure, because I seen it on there. So it was him and another one of his team members. You know, he cleaned it in 28 and change, and his team member still did it in 38 and something.
Yeah, I think it was 38 something.
This is a 90-second stage.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You have to make eight shots in 90 seconds from 4 different positions, 2 shots per position. Yeah. And you know, Francis, he looks so slow, but he's moving so fast. Yeah. He's so smooth. He just breaks all 8 shots, all 8 impacts, 28 and change, and he's just done.
Yeah, these guys are they're something else, that's for sure. And then the winner, what was his name? Andrew Slade?
Andy Slade.
Andy Slade. Yeah. I mean, that guy, I'm telling you, this was his match to win, because if you look at that guy, he has the world's greatest mustache, and I'm pretty sure he used it to tell exactly what the wind was. Yeah. Pretty sure that was a tuning.
Yeah, you know, his Kestrel was only providing him with ballistic information. He was reading the wind with a mustache.
That's right.
Andy, if you see this, good job.
Good job. I wish I could grow a mustache.
If I could grow a beard and a mustache like that, I can't. For sure, but you know, so it's talking about the pro guys. That's another big reason. If any of you watching or whatever have a chance to go shoot one of these matches, don't be intimidated. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Go have a good time. You know, it's a little bit of money up front, but they treat you well, and you can go and talk and meet these guys and watch them shoot and see how well they do.
And learn so much from them. You can just sit, if you get a chance to watch them shoot a stage and just pay attention to what they're doing every step of the way. There's no wasted movements. They are, you know, they try very hard. They're athletes. Really.
They put a lot of time in their training and how they go about things, and it shows. And you know, there's
make you a better shooter by watching them.
A lot to take in for sure by watching those guys shoot. So I'm trying to think, what haven't we covered?
I think for the most part.
Other than how muddy the second day was.
How muddy and tough the conditions really were.
We were actually pretty fortunate because the property owner who owns this place, he actually put down a bunch of lime and like small rock and pea gravel down at the firing line so we could travel amongst it, and it held up really well. But
if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have been able to shoot the match.
Yeah, yeah.
It was that muddy.
It was really muddy. By the second day, it was pretty beat up, but it was still way better than it could have been. So we were very fortunate for that, and you know, it was just. I mean, we actually, other than the wind, we had really beautiful days.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
for February, it was.
Yeah,
it could have been a whole lot worse.
For February in Indiana, it was really good. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we did really well. It was only the frostbite the first day, and then after that it was the snowman would have melted.
The wind burn.
The wind burn, yeah. MDT Windburn on me too.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so all the sponsors were awesome. There was so much great stuff on the prize table. All of us shooters were taken care of so well. Again, the match directors, Adam and Fred, they did such a wonderful job. The ROs did a wonderful job. We had a great time shooting. I left that match with like a whole bunch more enthusiasm to actually try to do some sort of a series instead of just kind of catching a match from here to there, because as everybody knows, life is just so busy in between work and everything else, and so now you know I know what I want to do on the weekends, and that's go to more matches. So.
Yeah, that's right. Especially with that facility being so close and nearby. We finally have a chance to shoot matches without traveling hours on end.
We're used to driving like 3.5 hours just to go shoot a match for whatever reason. Yeah. And the fact that now, you know, we have this one is 45 minutes away, and then Red Bush that's 3 hours. But you know, with the Indiana PRC series, you know, going between those two locations, if you average it out, it's still only an hour and a half basically. So it's bad. That's okay.
We're not going to complain.
I can live with that. So, so yeah, super excited. Looking forward to shooting more matches this year. If you guys, you know, see this and really appreciate what we did here, putting this together, kind of talk about the match, just let us know in the comments or whatnot. Share this with your friends. If you have any questions, just please reach out to us. You know, we have our website. You can contact us on there. Our Facebook page and Instagram, you can shoot us a DM on that. You know, by all means, let us know what you think. And if you're interested in having a rifle built or put together, or yours tuned up, or just trying to figure out where to get started, drop us a line. Let us know. You know, we're here to help. You know, everybody. You know, beginners, advanced shooters. whatever you got, whatever you want to start with, like Preston just said as I was cutting them off, running them over, you know, we're here to help you every step of the way. And that's part of what we're trying to do here. You know, it's not just, you know, this is what we have, buy it, you know, and go shoot it sort of a thing. You know,
we want to provide a rifle that is going to be suited to your tastes. Everybody's got different tastes. Everybody has a different end goal when they're trying to do this stuff. So that's what we're trying to accomplish, is get you what you're looking for.
Absolutely. Get you what you want in a caliber that you like. You know, we're here to talk to you through all of the myriad of calibers that are out there. You know, just kind of get you started. You know, you could even catch us at some matches if it's ones we're going to. I mean, we love squatting up with people and just kind of giving them some direction. I mean, we're here. I mean, we're there shooting our match too, but by all means, in between, you know, just kind of little pointers and whatnot, and what to do and what to try. I mean, we like that. That's, you know, as fun as it is to shoot your own rifle and have fun at the stage. It's way more fun to see somebody shoot a stage and see that satisfaction they get knowing that you helped them do that.
That's right.
You know, that's kind of more what it's about. Or giving somebody a rifle and say, you know what, give it this much elevation, hold it on that target, and then they just shoot. And it's like one of the first times they ever shot a rifle and they hit that target and they're just thrilled, you know. It's like that's what it's all about. So anyways, we've rambled enough. Frostbite 2023 is over. I can't wait till next year. I'm already ready to go shoot that one.
That's right.
Super excited for that. We'll try to bring you guys more after actions from other matches as we do them this year. We'll try to get more footage of us shooting the stages. The footage I'm going to have tied in along with this video here. I did the best I could with just my little tripod and my camera phone because it was super sloppy. There was a lot going on. It was kind of hard to be the camera guy and getting in the way and stuff like that.
Yeah, there was no downtime to just like just get down, get a good camera shot, and set stuff up or whatever.
I just set it up on the stage so you could see what was going on and just let it roll. So look forward to that stuff, and we'll try to bring more of it. And I mean, until then, you know, take care and have a good one. You know, I still can't believe that I didn't beat you.
What do you mean?
I could have swore I done better than you did.
How could you do better than me?
You don't think it's possible?
I mean, you gotta feel the wind.
I need to. Right, I need to bust that. That's how it works. What you got, 2 or 3? Was I up?